Ask you, I think this is a great insight, this particular doc is a great insight into what it's like to be a pop star. I'm sure there are many of you, if not all of you, that at one time dreamed, I'm going to be a pop star, or I want to be a pop star, I want to be chased down the street by rabid fans. I want it all. I think there's a real caution flag that goes up when you watch this doc in that, you know, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, we prefer the fans without rabies, really. But, look, you know, if you do something you love, you never really work a day in your life. Although having said that, you know, if you got a lot of civilians in our business, they wouldn't last 5 minutes. It's a must-do industry, and you know, it's the hard yards. You know, the rock and roll's a team game, and yeah, there's all the glory bits, but you know, being in a band is 2 hours playing every day and 22 hours hanging out, travelling, and all that stuff. So yeah, it's the behind the scenes stuff that is the really hard work. But yeah, the glory makes up for all of it.
You say about the glory, and yeah, we're very privileged and we're really grateful to have been given the opportunity to be here today. And you know, from when we started to be in there, all that stuff in there, it's very glamorous. Most people just never see anything like that. They see it on the screen. But you know, at the end of the day, what I love about the film, it encapsulates that at the end we are human beings. We're human beings.
Most of us.
You know, and people see that, I think, with all the stuff that's on there, and you can draw parallels to your own life. You know, even though we lead such a glamorous one, it's not always like that, as you know. You know, life sometimes gets in the way.
I think, you know, what George has made is, you know, she has made a film about an era and a time. You know, there's a lot of things in there that now look rather funny and naive when you look back, and you know, and big things were happening politically as well. And it's a film about being in a pop band, but it's actually, most of all, it's a film about relationship. You know, how do 5 friends stay together? You know, coming out of a very working class background and then being, you know, elevated into this sort of surreal world, heightened reality. And how do they really make that keep together, and all those different personalities, and we are different people. And I think that's a sort of microcosm of the film, and I think the reason the film has worked is because everybody, no matter what job they do, goes through relationship problems, and they try and heal those relationship problems, or they don't. And that's what this tale is about.
But Gary, more times than not, those relationships don't work out. I mean, we hear so many stories of, and in your case, it didn't look good. I mean, after the court and all that stuff, it was like, okay, no, we're never going to hear from them again. And yet, not only are you together, and all anybody needs to do is look at the new video for Steel, and you'll see that these guys love each other, and these guys are totally happy to be together again, and that doesn't always happen. Tony, what's the key to keeping that together and to bringing the love back when it looked like it was not going to happen?
I'm not going to pretend it was easy. It was not easy. It
sounds like the first line of a country and western song, isn't it?
I can sing like that, it wasn't easy, no. But it was... was that Welsh? I think it's not, I'm not sure. Anyway, but my accents are appalling. Yeah, I mean, it took a lot of soul searching. I mean, you know, it did take a long time, but I think it came to the point that we were brave enough and honest enough with each other to try and give it another go. And also, I think from the fans' point of view, I mean, fans don't really want to see their favourite bands smash each other to bits. So there was a tremendous relief amongst, you know, you get all these things on Twitter and the media thing, about how pleased people were when we finally got it back together again. And I think this time round, we did come to Canada in 2009, 2010, but this time round I think our relationship, certainly on stage, and just generally, is even easier than the original sort of makeup. So yeah, it's all good. I mean, we're loving playing live, and that's going fantastically well.
We got so many years that we grew up together. Remember, we were school friends, and you know, you can't just sort of stop that. There's that. I know that was a huge force of us getting back together again. I mean, I denied the whole thing in the 90s. I missed these guys so much. So whenever Spandau came in, and like, oh, don't go there. Saxophone, put that away in a cupboard for a few years, you know, that kind of stuff. But there's that, there was that, and there was also the songs. You know, you hear the songs and you think, a shame, what a shame. Every time they went on the radio, you know. That's
But,
beautiful.
but, I think as well is, anybody who's had a really big argument with somebody they love understands that it's a horrible thing, a horrible emotion to have to carry around on your back. It's a real monkey on your back all the time that you have to carry around. I can't go to that place in case they're there, I can't go there. But underneath it all, inside, you really want to see them. You want to talk about the old times, you want to talk about, the fun that you had and your success. And you can't share those stories with anybody else apart from
You crying?
the other guys.
That's right.
It's got